Well, it's been a while.
2 months, actually.
So, yeah, now it's time to talk about Pokemon Crystal, finally.
Yeah, I don't know why this took so long.
First, for those of you right now, you're listening to Ecruteak City Remastered Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver by Zame. That's spelled Z-A-M-E, by the way. So,
Finally.
So, how do we start this off? It's been a while since I've done one of these.
Yeah,
Well, what do you want to talk about Crystal?
well, there's actually some stuff I forgot. There's actually some things I forgot to mention. I think I probably stuff I forgot to mention, and that was added in the original.
Yeah.
For one, there's you can now there's now an experience bar.
Oh, yeah.
Or so you no longer have to check have to go into your stats screen and your Pokemon stat screen to see how close you are to leveling up.
Yeah.
Up and in addition, you can now view what your Pokemon's moves do. But it will not display their accuracy. I think that was some. Yeah, I think that was. But anyway, anyways, Pokemon Crystal is the second and enhanced.
I guess the second enhanced release.
Deluxe or something, special edition or something. And I don't know. I don't really know what you.
It was an updated version of Gold and Silver that was released later on.
Yeah. On that. Yeah, that. Yeah, that's what. So. Alright, I guess to talk about the. It's time to talk about the game's development, which thankfully compared to Gold and Silver, there isn't much.
Mm-hmm.
Development of Crystal began sometime after, or it was shortly after Gold and Silver release.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually built off of those, most likely Gold. December 16th, the magazine Asahi Shimbun publishes an article regarding rumors of a Pokemon game with a tentative title named Pokemon X that would allegedly be released in April 2000.
Wow, Pokemon X was meant to release in 2000.
February 8th, ABC News has an hour-long public chat session with some important figures related to the development of Pokemon, which would be retranscribed by IGN the next day. One other question that revolved around rumors of a new game nicknamed Pokemon X that was supposedly able to connect to cell phone systems. Tsunekazu Ishihara, a president of Creatures, responded that there's no such thing as Pokemon X. No such thing as Pokemon X existed. There was indeed a project in the works which made use of the cell phone on connectivity, which confirms that Crystal was already in its conceptual stage at this point. August 24th or 26th, Spaceport 2000 takes place, and the event's official website announces Crystal and shows some early game screenshots. September 15th, in Port Royal includes a section dedicated to Crystal. On November 15th, in the game, more coverage is released, and on December 14th, 2000, and the game is released in Japan. And July 30th, 2001, in America, September 30th, it's 2001 in Australia, and November 2nd in 2001 in Europe. Unfortunately, those scans are extremely low res.
So it's kind of hard to see them.
But the most noteworthy thing is there was an early design for a female character.
Yeah, this is the first mainline Pokemon game where you could choose a female player character.
Yeah, I don't know what took so long.
It seems the concept was planned since Gen 1.
And even back during the Capsule Monsters days.
I don't know why it took so long to include.
I guess just time. I'm and stuff. The pelt. On an early build, of gold and silver, there is a female trainer sprite at present. So, anyways, I guess that's really it in terms of development. And yeah, not much.
So, yeah.
So I guess we can talk about.
So yeah. Well, let's start out by talking about one of our first Pokemon here.
All right.
Right now, you're listening to Legendary Pokemon GSC Legendary Beast Remix Kamex by Kamex.
Yeah.
Kamex.
So, all right. Well, I guess. Well, first of all, while speaking of said female character,
Let's rate her.
This is Chris, which is just a different spelling of. The funny thing is, Chris is a default name, and in the original in Gold and Silver, in this game, and for the male.
Yeah, it's just spelled differently.
K-R-I-S as opposed to normal spelling.
The language is C-H-R-I-S.
Yeah, I guess Chris.
Right, Chris. Chris. The original female character. The female player character.
The original female player character.
I'll also give Chris a 9, just like Ethan. Really cool design.
Damn shame this is the only game she is in.
Because she was replaced in the next.
We'll go over that in the next video.
At least in the remakes.
We'll go over that in the next video. But I guess to talk about our first Pokemon. Let's talk about our first Pokemon.
Let's talk about another star. Oh, the starter now it shows for his crystal type.
Chikorita.
Chikorita!
Evolves at level 16.
Into Bayleaf, and then again, Bayleaf evolves in the Meganium at level 32. The whole line is pure grass, in the same way that Typhlosion's whole line is pure fire.
That's brilliant. That's just the theme of the starters in this gen.
Alright.
What am I looking at?
It has 80 in HP and speed, 82 in attack, 83 in special attack, and 100 in its defenses.
This thing is the best way. If I can describe this thing in one word:
average. Confused.
That is all I can describe that stat total as.
It doesn't know what it's trying to be.
In terms of what it learns, it's a grass type in Gen 2. What are you expecting?
I mean, hopefully you weren't expecting anything great.
I mean, hey, it gets Iron Tail and Earthquake. That's nice. I didn't even notice that.
And Fury Cutter.
Yeah.
And Rock Smash.
Yeah.
Actually, it gets 5 types, huh?
I guess the thing is, when you're using other Pokemon, and that's not real. That doesn't really matter.
Well, it's already ahead of Typhlosion.
Which gets 3 types.
Yeah.
It just.
Alright, what was Typhlosion's rating?
Typhlosion's rating.
They're supposed to have the
Yeah.
So that one got a 6.
I mean, Meganium's not much better, but at least doesn't have identical stats.
It's well-rounded. It's not particularly amazing in anything, but it's a safe choice. It's a routine number. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Chikorita might just be the worst choice for at least to start out.
Because
the first 2 gym leaders are
super effective against grass.
Yeah. Unfortunately. So I guess some other changes in Crystal are mainly a bunch of visual changes, such as ice path looking like well an ice area, a burned tower, brass tower being dark.
Yeah.
Mainly a bunch of color changes. This is I forgot to mention this game is exclusive. This game is a clear card.
Oh, really?
A clear cartridge, which means it can only be played on Game Boy Color, or it is not backwards compatible. Oh.
And the originals were?
Yeah. The originals could be played on a Game Boy. But yeah, you'll get a message saying you can't use, saying this game is not designed for the Game Boy. Huh. Or you'll get like an error message. It's one of the games that's like that. Yeah, I just wanted that's so. I guess to take advantage of that, they just updated the colors. There's a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, stuff. Yeah. As you probably more important to bring up. It's also there's now animated battle sprites.
Which is pretty poggers.
So I guess more importantly, what kind of location areas have changed. Well, grass is now present on Route 36, X home where you can catch a Growlithe early.
Yeah.
If you didn't choose Cyndaquil, if you started with Chikorita, please do this. Because you'll have an easier time.
If you have a fire type.
I'm just saying.
Because there's not.
Yeah, assuming they did not choose Cyndaquil. Making a large difference in availability of fire types for areas like Azalea, Gem, and Sprout Tower. Alright, I guess, should we... Oh yeah, Pokemon that was made... Yeah, I guess we should talk about another Pokemon.
Yeah. Let's talk about two of them here.
Found in Dark Cave at a 1%
chance is Dunsparce.
Oh.
100 in HP, 70 in its physical stats, 65 in its special stats, and 45 speed.
That's awful.
It's pure normal. Doesn't have any evolutionary relatives.
It's awful.
It's
awful.
It gets an insane amount of move variety though.
Yeah, it's... That's to be expected for a normal type.
Yeah.
It's just not really...
rock, ground, electric, firefighting, in grass, steel, heal normal.
Yeah, that's
yeah, it's a lot.
That's really it. Yeah, the thing is, you will probably not want this thing in the long run.
Mm-hmm. It gets way outclassed later on because of, its abysmal stats.
It really isn't worth.
I'll give it a 6.
It's really just dex fodder.
It has a move set going for it, and that's it.
Its inspiration is nice. It is cool.
Well, it's based on the Tsuchinoko. The fat snake that likes to get drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Sorry, Dunsparce. You will never be. You have still not been fixed.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Please give Dunsparce an evolution.
Now, I guess. Of
course, Luck can get one. Dunsparce could get one.
Yeah. Other exclusive Pokemon that are exclusive to Gold or Silver, like Gligar and Skarmory, can be found in Crystal, but certain species that are available in both versions, like the Mareep family, are not available in Crystal. Sneasel appears in the Ice Path. Whereas in Gold and Silver, it can only be found in Mount Silver. Magmar can only be found in the Burn Tower instead of appearing exclusively in Mount Silver.
Yeah, you
What
get
the
Magmar.
What the? What was it too good? Is it too good for that point?
I guess.
I mean, you can find that after your third gym. It's like a 490 stat total.
Jeez.
Yeah, mass outbreaks can now only occur with one of 3 Pokemon, as opposed to one of 7.
There's a Tauros, Meryl, and Snubble.
But no, Tauros, Meryl, and Snubble are now easily available in the wild, while the latter was relocated. There's some Pokemon that are available at all times of day, like Smeargle. Tauros are now openly diurnal or nocturnal.
And some Pokemon that appear on Kanto have been altered. So, now,
No, you still can't catch a dark. No, you still can't really catch a steel.
Let's go over 2 Pokemon now.
Alright.
Starting with 3. Let's go 3.
Alright.
They're all water types. Alright, next is a water ground. It's a fan favorite water ground line.
Quagsire.
I'm Booper and Quagsire.
I don't think they need any introduction. And if you've been on the internet,
What level does Wooper evolve?
20.
Alright, Wooper evolves at Quagsire at level 20.
Yeah, it's found right after the first gym.
95 HP, 85 in its physical stats, 65 in its special stats, and 35 in speed.
Yeah.
Speed. Honestly, similar stats to Dunsparce, but a little better.
And also, you know, it's... oh, yep, unfortunately, because it's a water type up in Gen 2...
Yeah, what?
Well, that means it being predominantly a physical attacker.
It can't really do much with the water type.
Also, it cannot learn Waterfall.
It does, however, get Earthquake by level up, which is sort of rare.
That's pretty, yeah. Its moveset is kind of lacking.
Physically, it just gets Sludge Bomb and Earthquake.
And Iron Tail.
Sludge Bomb, Earthquake, Iron Tail, and Iron Tail.
Yeah. That's not much.
This is one of those Pokemon that would be better in later gens.
Yeah.
And when it would get...
You know,
getting more moves.
isn't...
Like Rock Slide. Does it not get Rock Slide? It probably doesn't. No, it doesn't get Rock Slide.
No, it does not.
Or get more moves like Stone Edge and Liquidate and the in the physical liquidation.
Yeah.
Ice Punch.
Yeah, it does get Rock Slide.
And Rock Slide, yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah, I think this was just something that was better once the split happened.
And,
But,
for now, it's a pretty decent Pokemon, though. Certainly more reliable than something like Dunsparce. I'll give it a 7.
now, what I can't say about... Unfortunately, I can't really say the same about this next one. Only found either found onto the Super Rod, which is post-game, or through a swarm, or...
There's the water poison type, a Quillfish.
What?
65 in HP, 85 in defense and speed, 55 in its special stats, and 95 in its attack.
Yeah. Oh wait, its defense was 75.
In Gen 2, its defense was only 75.
Oh. Oh. Well, what oh.
Physically, it gets poison and bug. And its bug move is Pin Missile. Oh yeah, it gets rollout. It gets rollout, Pin Missile, and Sludge Bomb.
Which, oh wait a minute. Sludge Bomb is yeah, pretty sure Sludge Bomb is found pretty late.
Yeah, this thing is not very good.
Yeah, Quillfish is just bad.
It's got the bad stats of Dunsparce, but it doesn't even have a good moveset variety to back it up.
And this is a very rare encounter.
Or 2. Not as rare as Dunsparce, though.
But
But
it's-
it's still pretty rare.
This is bad.
Yeah,
This thing is bad. This thing.
I'll give it 4.
This thing is just bad.
Yeah.
I guess also, if you trade it's Slowpoke while holding a King's Rock,
Instead of Slowbro, it'll evolve into Slowking. All
What's
still a
the-
water psychic type.
what's the difference?
It's Slowbro, but it has higher special defense instead of physical defense.
And that's the difference.
That's it. That's it.
That is the
Its
difference.
defense stats are swapped.
Really?
Does it have different abilities nowadays? No, it has the same abilities too.
What the? What?
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Learns about the same moves as Slowpoke. As a Slowbro. Like, the same moves.
So what do we give Slowbro in Gen 1?
Oh, okay.
Because this is basically just Slowbro again.
Which game did we rate Slowbro?
Alright, find it. What? 9.
But,
See, this one's also a really really good Pokemon.
but it's locked behind in trading.
Granted, that doesn't affect the actual quality of the Pokemon itself, which is
Yeah.
the rating.
This is, why would you bother with this?
I mean, I guess you just like it more aesthetically. It's cool. I'll give it a 9 still.
It's just,
Still a pretty great Pokemon to have.
nowadays it at least gets Power Gem. Well, Slowbro doesn't. And I don't think a Slowbro gets Nasty Plot either, but again, and it kind of became more distinct in later gens, but not by much. Alright. That's some other change. That's some other things include. Yeah.
Some trainer placements in the overworld have been adjusted, several new trainers have been added, some of which can only be battled at certain conditions in there. Like Pokemon and Amy on Route 39 can only be battled at night. Some trainers will hide the player and when spoken to won't play the encounter music before engaging in battle.
Oh, yeah. Oh. The other thing.
Goldenrod Department Store features a new rooftop area, and sales are periodically held here, where which the player is informed about if Camper Todd's numbers are certain effective here. There's also a flower shop. The flower shop in Goldenrod City is also located slightly further from the main street, and decorated with flowers make it stand out with this building.
Okay, more and for the series first,
The Battle Tower has been introduced.
now present north of Route 40, which is right outside of Olivine.
So what? So we're gonna talk. So let's cover our Pokemon, and then go into the Battle Tower.
Alright. Well, through headbutting in certain areas,
Let's cover the next 2 Pokemon since they're standalones.
as you can find.
Apom.
Oh,
It's bad.
do I need to say anything else?
None of its stats are good.
Do I need to say
Its
anything?
attack and speed are average. Sure, its moveset's decent, but
again-
most of it's special.
Yeah. Oh,
This thing is just absolute
this
trash.
thing is worthless. Yeah. So much for being a headbutting counter.
I'd be genuinely impressed if you could figure out a good use for this.
Oh. Yeah, this is bad.
3.
Oh, I promise you'll just give it another few. Just give it another. Just give it 2 more. Just give yourself 5 more years, and then you'll be useful.
Now for another Pokemon.
Another absolutely useless Pokemon.
On Yanma.
This is a 1% an encounter.
95 speed, 45 in its defenses, 65 in attack and HP, and 75 special attack.
Oh,
I mean, I guess it's marginally better than Apom.
that's not. It's not saying much.
But it has the worst moveset, too.
Doesn't even work.
Especially, it only gets grass.
It guess you learn Psychic in this.
And it's a
gen.
bug flying type.
Yeah.
Apom's a normal type, by the way.
Yeah, Apom's normal type if you couldn't guess.
So,
Yanma is terrible.
it gets... If you want to use its special attack, all you have is Solar Beam.
Yeah,
I mean, Giga Droid's still a thing, but that's
post game.
It's post-game, and has 60 base power.
Yeah,
Somehow I think this might be even worse than Apom in this game, too.
Okay, so I guess the Battle Tower. Now, series first. How does it work? Well, you can only have 3 Pokemon in your party.
All the opponent's Pokemon are the same level as your highest level 2 member.
And you can only fight, you just have a series of level caps.
This also means that unless all your Pokemon are the same level, you'll be at an automatic disadvantage due to the fact that most of your team will be underleveled.
Yeah, this is just... Yeah, there's no, unlike later battle towers, there's not even a boss trainer, and then a boss hidden behind it. Yeah, you can only use 3. I say you can. No, yeah, that's normal. You can only use 3 Pokemon on a 1v1. Only if you have 3 in your party.
Careful with my plug. Don't slam your hand down.
Only if you have 3 in your party.
Yeah, you have to deposit every Pokemon you're not using.
And yeah, I tried it once. And oh, look at that! I'm over level. Well, so I gotta choose something that's higher leveled. I got destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not real. This isn't really worth anything. Oh, sure, you can get vitamins for it, but you get free vitamins for winning 7 battles. But why would you need that? You can just. I don't see a point to this place.
Yeah. It's just a weird feature that started out strange.
And well, even back then, legendaries were still banned.
No. If this chosen level is 70 or higher, then Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Celebi can be entered. Otherwise, they can't.
What?
Yeah.
You can't. What? What? You can't even find you and Celebi at the what? What? Okay. Okay, that's the battle tower. It's not really worth your time.
Now, what Pokemon are next?
Okay, next one.
Next is 2 bug Pokemon.
Oh.
First up is Fortress, a bug against Steel type.
Also,
it starts out as a Pineco, which is pure bug.
Okay, that evolves at level 30.
Level 30.
31?
It doesn't evolve to level 31. Now, Fortress.
The stats.
It has 40 speed, 60 in special stats, 75 HP, 90 attack, and a really high 140 in defense.
Wow, what is... So, it's a steel type. That's cool. Well, must get in a lot of moves.
Nope.
It doesn't get...
Its physical attack, go up. All it gets is Roll Out. And Rock Smash.
Yeah, right. And Rock Smash is 20 power in Gen 2.
So it's even worse than it is now.
Yeah, this is...
On top of that, it does get Pin Missile, but only through Egg Move.
Oops. Yeah, this thing doesn't even get its stab up naturally.
It doesn't get stabbed for its Steel type, period.
But yeah, that is awful. Yeah, this is one of your Steel type options, but it might as well not even be one.
I'll give it a 4.
This thing is abysmal.
The only thing it's good at is being a rollout spammer.
Or exploding.
Or exploding.
And also another rare You have another rare encounter through headbutting.
Heracross, a bug, the first bug fighting type, and I think actually the only one. No, not the only one anymore.
Yeah.
And for a long time in the series, the only one up until Gen 7.
Oh.
Its stats look very promising. Its only bad stat is its special attack of 40. 75 in defense, 80 in HP, 85 in speed, 95 in special defense, and 125 in attack.
Yeah, that's the...
Now, that seems really great. Until you look at its moveset. It gets Earthquake. And Rock Smash. It gets Earthquake, Rock Smash, and its new signature move, Mega Horn.
A 120 power, 85 accuracy move.
Bug move. And I believe, quite possibly, still the strongest bug type move.
Yeah, Mega Horn, it's pretty much Fire Blast.
But bug.
Thing is,
and physical. But
wait, did I mention the level?
But it doesn't get Mega Horn till level 54.
Yeah.
Until then, you just have to use Fury Cutter through TM.
And which is 10 power over in this game.
Yeah, and Fury Cutter is basically unusable in this game.
Heracross
just uses Earthquake. Really.
Heracross at least gets, thankfully gets...
Nowadays it has a much better moveset.
But, well, yeah, I've always been about... I think I've talked about Heracross in the past.
As a very overrated Pokemon.
And, well, boy, have you tried... Not only is it stupidly rare, stupidly hard to find.
I'll give it...
Yeah, give it a...
I'll give it a 7.
I think we've explained how Headbutt works.
Yeah.
So, you know, trees that are based on your fucking
You
ID.
can spam Earthquake early on, and if you
wait
long enough...
Earthquake's not available until Victory Row.
Right. You can spam Earthquake, you can use Mega Horn.
Yeah. When you get them at least.
For a while, all it could do was use Rock Smash and Fury Cutter.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well find something else. Use something. You might as well just catch something else.
But hey, it's basically the only good bug type attacker.
Yeah.
I mean, not really good, but the only bug type that can actually be used as an offense, with the bug type offensively.
Yeah. Yeah, the dragon. Yeah, Layout Mount Mortar is significantly different compared to Gold and Silver, and I'm pretty sure you don't need Flash for it this time.
And the Dragon's Den has received several alterations. Dragon Shrine can be entered, some headbutt trees are directly behind the shrine, and the den itself is now populated with trainers.
Yep. Yeah. So,
what Pokemon's next?
Next.
3 babies.
Oh boy. Okay, so time for the thing that is actually what kind of stalled me for like 2 weeks.
Pichu.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's fair to judge it based on its stats.
But it is fair to judge it based on Pikachu's stats.
Which
weren't
even good to begin with.
Why? It only got a baby form because it was the mascot.
That's the only reason.
Granted, Pichu does have a slight edge in that it's probably the most iconic baby Pokemon. Still doesn't change the fact that its existence was unnecessary.
This did not need to be made.
From a gameplay standpoint. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah. Well, speaking of more unnecessary babies.
You thought Pichu was unnecessary? Now what about giving baby forms to Clefairy and Jigglypuff?
Alright, yeah, let's just...
Cleffa and Igglybuff. Both pure normal type, obviously.
Yeah.
And Pichu's pure electric type, if you couldn't guess.
Yeah, let's just talk about both these at the same time. And they suck. Jigglypuff was already pretty bad and on its own.
Why did they make it worse?
Why these need to exist? At least Clefairy was slightly, at least better. So, probably the best out of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is not saying a whole lot. It can actually fight.
I'll give Cleffa a 3. It doesn't have the... technically, Pichu's worse, but Pichu has a more iconic status. Igglybuff gets a 1 because there was
Just
absolutely...
0?
0, yeah.
This,
Oh, in that case, give Cleffa a 2.
yeah, there is no reason for these. There's no reason for Igglybuff to exist.
Except for the fact that Clefairy will counterparts.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's got the whole fairy trio. Needed one.
And Pikachu being the fairy egg group.
Yeah, they're all three of them are in.
Because, you know, the fairy type actually exists and Pikachu isn't one.
The fairy egg trio. I forgot. Guess I should mention what I meant about what took so long to get through the game.
Well, there's a new thing called the Odd Egg.
Which has a 14% chance to give you a shiny. Thing is, if you get one without, it's not shiny. It has 0 in all of its DVs.
Which means it's automatically worse than just any common Pokemon you'll catch of that species.
But shiny, it has the standard shiny DVs.
These which are pretty solid. So, no, and
well,
out of all the possible options, there's a 1 in 100 chance of getting a shiny Pichu compared to every other possible common and shiny variant.
Yeah, which I needed I wanted an electric type. I've been saying this is probably my only chance to use a Raichu.
That's what he did.
Yeah, it took me like 2 weeks and 90 eggs.
90 of them.
90.
That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, yeah. Tend to decide. It's at least nice you can get a shiny this early. You get a free shiny.
Well, I mean, if you save before picking up the egg.
Yeah, save before picking it up.
Because as soon as you pick up the egg, it's set in stone what you get from it. So if you save after getting the egg, you can't reset over it anymore.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think that's really it in terms of location changes.
So now about the
I'm going to go over some story changes. Or a story change. The player must first meet the forest assistant on Route 36, who then heads back to inform her boss about the strange tree before the squirt bottle can be obtained. And the chain in events to obtain the Rising Badge, as Altered Rose in Gold and Silver, you go to get a Dragon Fang. It now involves entering the shrine and taking a quiz on the style of battling.
Claire still refuses to give you the badge, and her grandfather threatens to tell Lance, and which scares Claire and forces her to give give you the badge.
Yeah.
You can also get a Dratini with extreme speed here
if
you answer all the questions correctly.
You still get one, but it just doesn't have extreme speed.
Yeah, you still get a Dratini regardless. But you can only get one with extreme speed if you answer all the questions correctly. So, like, if you miss any of them, then you can never get a dragon to extreme speed.
Also, yeah, they removed the Dratini in the game corner.
Yeah.
Or in this game.
Yep.
And so this is your only option. So, anyways, what about another? I guess on to another Pokemon and.
Let's go over Stantler.
I hate this thing. Stantler. It's just another normal type.
62 in defense, 65 in special defense, and 73 in HP, 85 in special attack and speed, and 95 attack. Average around the board. Another pretty solid moveset, but
Hypnosis, Stomp. Hypnosis, Stomp.
it's psychic and ground,
Yeah,
and which is an interesting combination that not a lot of Pokemon can utilize.
yeah,
Ice in this game.
yeah. God, people have probably ran into this thing in the wild.
Yeah. Well, and it likes to put you to sleep, confuse you, and flinch you, and lower your accuracy.
Yeah. Well, it won't confuse you.
It likes to put you to sleep, lower your accuracy, and flinch you constantly.
Yeah, it just.
And this thing can make it kill you faster by lowering your defense.
Yeah. Yeah. This thing is just.
So annoying to deal with.
Stupid looking too.
That being said, it's actually still a pretty solid team member to have.
I mean, it has a higher than average special attack stat for a normal type. Like 7.
Next,
And,
we'll go over another normal type. Stantler's pure normal, but this one, Girafarig, is normal psychic. It's basically special Stantler.
Yeah.
65 in its defenses, 70 in its HP, 80 in attacks, 85 in speed, and 90 in special attack. Again, pretty average, but this time its special attack's higher than its attack.
The long neck Pokemon. It's only 4 feet. Its neck isn't even that long. Anyways,
in terms of moveset, it's actually much better than Stantler.
Yeah.
It gets Ghost, Dark, Ground, and Electric. It Steel, Ill Fighting, Normal Psychic. It gets basically half of all types. It's with a solid spread to back it up.
So yeah, if you didn't notice, it's
Name is a palindrome. It's the same. It's spelled the same forward and backwards. Same applies to its Japanese name. Which, if you're wondering why this is a palindrome, it's because its Japanese name. I believe it's what was it? Girafarig. What was Girafrig's Japanese name? It was Kyrie something. I don't remember. His Japanese name, Kirinriki. He has the as the kanji mirrored. And it translates to giraffe telekinesis, which is why it's a psychic type giraffe Pokemon.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's enough about Girafarig.
I'll give it a 9.
Yeah.
It's not one of those perfect Pokemon, but it is a really good one to have.
Yeah, so I guess we can. There's some gameplay changes. Changes have been made. Changes that Lugia are caught differently. Only available once you reach Kanto.
No. After you catch all the legendary beasts, you can talk up to a new character, or you've seen, in Celadon City, and Lugia can be obtained and be caught for obtaining Silver Ring and Pewter like in Pokemon Gold.
Oh, which is has more points showing the game was built off. Crystal was built off of Gold.
Now, who's you seeing, you might ask? Well, in addition to the story changes,
another story change
is that Suicune is now the prominent legendary of this game.
Yeah. Awakening the Beast is now a prerequisite for challenging Morty.
And now you'll constantly run into Suicune in multiple places.
After you get the Clear Belt, which is after the radio tower.
Or you can catch her in Tin Tower if you've encountered it in its previous location.
After battling 3 sages that tell you a little bit about it.
After you've seen is searching for Suicune, and he'll battle you at some point, actually. He has a Drowsy, Haunter, and Electro.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You fight him once. Yep, he's apparently been chasing Suicune for 10 years.
Yeah, he's absolutely obsessed with Suicune.
and yeah, I get. I guess he's just fine. I'm pretty sure he's just fine. That you actually just caught it. Is saying you were more worthy of it. I don't know. He doesn't really amount to anything. And he only even appears sometimes. There's like one time I'm running this week.
That being said, he's one of the funniest characters ever.
This guy simps for a Pokemon.
You think I'm exaggerating that, but no.
Oh, yep. This guy's... yeah, you don't just spend 10 years looking for a Pokemon. Yeah. It's really inspiring to see. Speaking was tough, but you were even more incredible.
This guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Granted, he's a bit pointless, but I'll give him an 8.
Yeah.
8 on the merit that he makes me laugh.
Just the idea.
Alright, next two Pokemon.
Next two Pokemon are...
next is something bad.
Out of all water types,
Corsola.
why would
35 speed, 55 attack, 65 in its HP, its special attack, and 95 in its defenses. Now, what do they have? Have any of those stats changed?
actually
It's HP.
its defenses were 85.
Its defenses were 85 and its HP was only 55, like, making it even worse.
Yeah,
There's a Gen 2.
this thing is yeah, it's a rock type.
Yeah.
It was the first. No, not at least outside of a fossil. Outside of fossils. Well, it's a lot of rock type, and it's not.
It gets psychic.
And doesn't learn the
Surf.
Yeah, that's that.
It's all it gets for superior special attack. And Ice Beam through Move Tutor.
Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned that. In Goldenrod City on Wednesdays, in the post game,
There's a guy who would trade shards.
Coins.
Trade Game Corner coins for Move Tutors.
once a day,
You can teach once every Wednesday.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Once every Wednesday and Saturday after you've beaten the champion.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And you can get and you can teach your Pokemon Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, or Ice Beam if you have enough Game Corner coins.
What the fuck? Why is this post game?
And why is it so weird?
Why is there even? Also, why aren't these just TMs? And I guess you can argue it's because if they want to make the punches TMs, and there'd be no point in teaching in something in a punch if you could just give them the better move. But not every Pokemon is that lucky. Be able to fucking punch.
Yeah.
Punch also, yeah, all the punches are special, of course. Or it's because of how things work. No, really, why are these so... I like the option, but... I appreciate the option, but it's a little... it's post-game.
It's a post-game thing only.
Yeah, anyways, yeah, about
Corsola.
It sucks.
It's 3.
It sucks.
Corsola sucks.
This thing was neglected for over 20 years.
Now, the next Pokemon is...
something I considered using.
But then he realized that in this particular gen, it also sucks.
Fatu.
It starts out as a Natu, which is
was level 25.
level 25. Both are Psychic Flying. Now, its stats are really good. It's got 70 in its defenses, is 65 in HP, 75 in attack, and 95 in special attack and speed. So it seems to be pretty well set up for being a special sweeper, right?
Wrong.
In terms of special moves, it gets Psychic and Grass moves. None of which are available till late game.
Yep.
By level up, it does get up. The only special move it gets is Psychic
At level 65.
at level 65.
Which you probably won't need to be at that. Psychic is a post-game TM.
Yep.
Also, you want a flying move that's not fly? Too bad.
You have to breed one to get Drill Peck.
I don't understand. Egg moves nowadays or something is in the Pokemon norm that wouldn't.
That doesn't seem to normally be something that a Pokemon would be naturally able to do. But back then, there were just some moves that seemed like pretty obvious inclusions on a Pokemon's moveset that were blocked behind egg moves.
Such as Rock Slide and Drill Peck.
Like on a lot of Pokemon.
That's dumb. And anyway, yeah, Xatu is just.
It had the potential to be good.
Yeah.
And I guess in late game, if you get Psychic, it can use Psychic.
But that's. You're not going to be able. You're not going to need to be level 65.
It's probably the most impractical Psychic type.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 5. Technically, if you're patient, you can still use it. But there are just better options.
You're better off with a better Psychic or Flying type.
And just get a Kadabra.
Yeah. What?
But I guess if you have to have your Psychic and Flying Pokemon in one, then you have this option.
Yeah. Changes have been made to the Ruins of Alph. This is more common unknown. Those are the new subplot. Completing puzzles allows the player to read a secret message left behind by the unknown. And it's just the unknown were left behind by the ancient civilization that constructed the ruin. And so that statues that line the interior were made by those people.
Some trainers the trainers who call Pokemon people the Silver are now distinct in personalities. One talks about shopping, another about grooming. They call for reasons other than battling, such as giving the player items or informing them of rare Pokemon appearing. Wade gives the player berries, Alan gives the player Firestone. Now in Silver, they all say the same phrase with only the names of the Pokemon their efforts in changing. There's also a new radio show called Buena's Password that has been added. Players can listen out for password in the Pokegear radio and tell Buena the password to receive points, which can be spent to redeem prizes. The function to reset the clock in non-Japanese and non-Korean versions of Gold and Silver remains, although it's now more difficult to access. On the file select screen, you must hold down, select, and B. While holding select, they must release down and B. While still holding select, they must now press S left and up. Finally, you must release select.
Jeez, that's a fucking cheat code.
That's like a whole ass cheat code.
Or like a fucking fighting game command.
Kirk can also now I'll make multiple Pokeballs from the same color they perform simultaneously.
I don't actually know that. Yeah.
15, the Odd Egg can...
15 Pokemon up. I grabbed the Odd Egg.
Right, you already brought the Odd Egg. 15 Pokemon have changed level at movesets. However, except other than Suicune, all of them only have a single change.
Yeah.
Some bugs of the battle mechanics were fixed. However, the game performs a check whether it detects a linked battle to see if you use the older and buggy mechanics in order to maintain compatibility with Pokemon Gold and Silver. This occurs even between linked players of Pokemon Crystal layers. Likewise, the game also performs a check that partially converts Chris into Ethan head of the Cable Club in Castle Rooms. These are all the players using the Cable Club, more specifically playing Pokemon Crystal. A Pokemon friendship can be increased more or effectively by training in the same location where the Pokemon is caught or hatched.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's all of the changes. As aside from an aesthetic.
Yeah.
And how many of we...
How many more Pokemon?
Oh.
I guess now we gotta go over the rest of the Pokemon.
Yeah, I think I said Crystal isn't really that different from these from Gold and Silver.
So what Pokemon's next?
Smeargle.
Smeargle is one of the weirdest Pokemon. Its stats are absolutely terrible. It has 20 in its defense, 20 in its offense stats, 35 defense, 45 special defense, 55 HP, and speed's its only decent stat at 75.
What's it good for?
Well, you see, 10 times in its level up, it orders the move Sketch. Sketch can be used to copy almost any move that your opponent has just used.
Yep.
Though there are a few
Are there any exceptions in Gen 2?
No exceptions like Transform and
Yeah.
There are a few. It cannot copy self-destruct, explosion, transform, struggle, metronome, mimic, mirror move, sleep talk, or sketch itself.
Sketch will fail if you use to copy a move the user already knows.
Yeah, it also can't copy a move that your Smeargle already has on its moveset.
It bypasses accuracy checks to always hit unless the target is in a semi-vulnerable turn of a move, such as dig or fly. It is not effective by detect to protect. If the battle does not allow experience to be earned sketch will fail. Also, sketch has 1 power point.
Which means if you move first, or which might happen because Smeargle is supposed to be pretty decently fast, you'll just start struggling instead of actually copying your opponent's move.
Yeah, Smeargle is
it's weird.
You really need to do like a lot of research to if you want on an optimal move set.
Yeah. What you're gonna want to do is teach it something like Spore that it can use to set up Sword Dance or Nasty Plot.
Nasty Plot didn't exist.
That you can use to set up Sword Dance. And then Super Return or something.
I don't know. I can't even think of a Pokemon that knows Return. I don't know if there's a Pokemon that has Return in the wild. From the NPC, from NPC.
You could use a Ditto.
Yeah, I guess you could. But, anyways, Smeargle is weird. It's always been, it always has been.
Yep. It's a weird Pokemon.
It's a strange gimmick.
And I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, it's just not practical.
But it can be used for some really weird things that that most other Pokemon are incapable of.
Speaking of gimmicks,
Shuckle.
What the fuck is this?
5 in speed, 10 in its offensive stats, and 28 HP. But it has an absolutely ridiculous 230 in its defensive stats.
What? It's a bug rock type, meaning it only has 3.
It's only weak to water, rock, and steel.
This is found through using Rock Smash. Well, Shuckle's moves, well, I don't think it really matters. Or this thing is just, here's a fucking wall.
The important thing is that it gets toxic.
Yeah. It can, like, double team and shit.
It can use toxic and double team and curse. Curse. Its whole point is taking an absurd amount of hits and stalling your opponent.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, if you want to do that,
Shuckle is really good at it.
The thing is,
I guess its HP could afford to be a bit higher.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
But its defense is kind of balanced out.
But, it's another niche Pokemon.
But it's a more sensible niche than Smeargle has. I'll give it a 6.
Oh no! Is it still going?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay. Next is Sneasel.
Well, this.
It's a dark ice type that can be found in the ice path.
A lot of its stats are its HP and defense are 55. Special attack is 35.
Special defense is 75. It's 95 in attack and 150 in speed, making it a really solid special sweeper. Physical sweeper.
Now, sure, unfortunately...
It doesn't have a great moveset in this game.
At least it doesn't get coverage. It's stab.
It doesn't get any stab.
But
it gets... It's Dig, Iron Tail, Shadow Ball, all Fury Cutter, and a few normal moves to choose from.
Yeah.
And Rock Smash. It gets like 6 different physical types it can use. And Metal Claw.
This which is one of the changes made in Crystal.
It gets almost it gets most physical types in one form or another.
Honestly, it's not that bad despite
its type implying that it despite its type and stats heavily contradicting one another.
Yeah, should this have been a fucking endgame encounter?
No.
430? 430?
I'm glad they made it something you can actually catch in Johto. Oh, and Crystal.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been nice for Hound to have Houndour or Larvitar or in Johto. That would have been nice. No. No, it isn't. That's not how it is. And anyways, Sneasel is actually pretty good despite the lack of stab.
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah. And
The next Pokemon is not good.
also found in the Ice Path.
Another ice type found in the ice path is the ice flying type Delibird. It's got 45 in all of its defensive stats, which are HP and defense and special defense. It's got 55 in attack, 65 in special attack, and 75 in speed. And by level up, the only move it gets is Present,
Which is a move that
it does random damage or heals the opponent.
Yep, that's
And
right.
it's not even 100% accurate.
That's right.
In terms of what special moves it gets just ice
That's it.
and dark.
That's it. That is fucking it. Delibird is...
It's just so bad.
Why would you ever consider that or using this? Also, this is a version exclusive.
Yeah.
Sure, Gligar's not much better.
But at least it's usable.
Oh, even without stab in either of its types.
Yeah.
That's at least in terms of stats, it's better.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's abysmal. This thing is awful.
I'll give it a 2, since I guess it can technically use Ice Beam.
Nope, this thing's going on the fucking naughty list for sure.
Yeah. Next is... Oh, well, you thought you could get away from these weird gimmick Pokemon? Well, now we have Wobbuffet, a pure Psychic type. Got 33 in its offense and speed stats, 55 and 58 in both defenses, and 190 in its HP.
Well, that's pretty bad. What does it learn? Oh.
It gets exactly 4 moves by level up, and it knows all of them from the moment you catch it.
I get it's supposed to be a punching bag.
Yeah, it gets Counter, or Mirror Coat, Safeguard, and Destiny Bond.
It's supposed to be a punching bag.
It hits back the opponent twice as hard as it gets hit.
However, since abilities don't exist, you can just run from it with no consequence.
Yeah. Counter one in the wild, just run from it.
And I don't even think there's a single trainer that uses one.
And the thing is, yes, it gets Safeguard, but if your opponent can poison you before you use Safeguard, you're screwed.
Yeah, this thing... Yeah, well, with that... It would become a little scarier.
With Shadow Tag, preventing the opponent from switching out.
It's mainly a nightmare for Nuzlockers. It's particularly... Yeah, this thing is...
It's just bad.
Yeah, don't use this. Don't ever use this.
Not to mention the fact that you have to predict whether your opponent's going to use a physical or special move.
Yeah,
If you predict wrong, you don't get to do any damage.
That's tough shit. It's bad.
Mm-hmm. I'll give this one a 3.
Okay, finally something good, right?
Yeah.
Hey, normally
Fanpy and Donphan.
Fanpy evolves at level 25.
Yeah. They're both pure ground type. Donphan has 50 speed, 60 in its special stats, 90 HP, and 120 in its physical stats.
That's pretty good. Finally, something good. I mean, well, for using ground, just for using Earthquake.
You use Earthquake and roll out.
That's it. Earthquake is learned at a pretty high level.
That being said, it's one of the best Earthquake users out there.
It's
Because of how high its attack is.
It's quite the tank.
As well as its defense and HP. Just keep it away from its weaknesses and you should be good.
Yeah. Donphan is a little niche.
But it's definitely a way more widely accessible Pokemon.
I mean,
And I'm sure any team could use an Earthquake Spammer.
also, it's found early. Via Swarm, it's found. It can be found right before your first gym.
Yeah, you can catch a Phanpy really early.
It has a it has a chance to flee. Oh fuck! I didn't mention that. Random Pokemon can some Pokemon they're just programmed to run.
Mm-hmm.
Which is annoying, including Unknown. Fuck you, Unknown.
Yeah.
But yeah. But anyways, yeah. Donphan is, despite not in a shallow moveset, is
Actually pretty good.
yeah. I'll give it a
Yeah. I'll go with an 8.
yeah.
Should get an 8 or 7.
I'll give it a 7.
7, yeah. One of the better Earthquake Spammers, despite the fact that it can't really do much else.
And I actually found the same route as it.
This Scarlet.
Now again, this was this was a version exclusive.
Its counterpart being Mantine. 70 in special defense and speed, 40 in special attack, 65 in HP, 80 in attack, and 140 in defense.
Yep, a steel. You can actually use a steel type.
In the main game. Granted, you have to have 7 badges to catch it.
Same goes for Sneasel.
Yeah. Yeah, not counting Umbreon, you can't catch a dark or steel type until you have 7 badges. Still, it's something.
Doesn't get much. And again, Dropek is only an egg move,
It does get stabbed though in the form of Fly and Steel Wing.
which is we're at level 49,
Yeah.
and that's yeah, that's that. Yeah,
It's decent.
it's just decent.
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah,
It's a pretty average Pokemon.
yeah. No, this Murkrow.
Next is Murkrow, another
only
flying type.
found
This has
in
dark
Kanto.
It's a dark flying type that you can't catch until the post game. It has 42 in its defensive stats, 85 in its offensive stats, 60 in HP, and 91 speed.
Oh, this thing is abysmal. For being a 405. A Pokemon that can't be found till post game. Oh, does it have a good moveset?
I mean, it says an okay moveset. It gets Steel. It gets Stealing, Shadow Ball. I mean, those are the only actually
Dropek, once again.
you good moves and Fly.
Well-
But it also technically gets go down. It technically gets ground,
But
but that's Mud Slap
yeah.
and Ice, but that's Icy Wind. So
Yeah, the fact that this is a post-game encounter makes it even worse. 405. That should be somewhere around the fucking early route. Something around you find around the second gem or something.
yeah,
That should
run
be
the second gym and then dump a few badges later.
no, yeah. Why?
I'll give this 5.
Murkrow, like actually most of the stuff we've given bad ratings. He's at least it was at least made up for it later on.
Next is its counterpart, Mischievous.
Actually,
No, we don't Mischievous first.
okay. Next is Mischievous. You want to know where you find a Mischievous? There you go.
Mount Silver.
That is endgame, and it's 435.
60 in its HP and physical stats, 85 in its speed and special stats.
This warranted being literally an end game encounter.
Yeah, what is the stats on?
435.
135.
Yeah,
It's another super average Pokemon.
why is this thing? Also, yeah, I mean, its moves. That is appalling.
It gets Psybeam, Zapcan, and Zapcan or Thunder.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
And
Thunderbolt.
Psychic.
Psychic and Thunderbolt.
Oh.
and Thief.
Oh.
That's all I can do.
Because again, Ghost is physical. Oh, and,
If you wanted to, you could teach it Shadow Ball, but it's not going to do any much.
why? Why?
But really, are you really adding a team member to your game after you have every badge?
Yeah, you need. Yeah, it's like as I meant. Really? This?
If Murkrow was a Pokemon that and it was weirdly bad for late game, this one is worse for.
Oh, thankfully these two would get better. Thankfully these two would get better, but you know, getting evolutions.
Next is Porygon 2.
If you trade if you get a Porygon, which again only post game,
And trade it holding an upgrade, you get a Porygon 2, which is again a normal, which is also pure normal type.
well, this is a pretty good upgrade.
And as the item would imply, 60 in speed, 80 in attack, 85 in HP, 90 in defense, 95 in special defense, and 105 in special attack.
It's a tank.
Yeah, it's a massive tank with high special attack, and it gets a pretty
And well-
good moveset too.
Oh, yeah.
It gets electric, psychic, and ice speed, and ice.
Yeah, that's.
It gets electric, psychic, and ice,
I mean, those are pretty good.
which is a pretty good combination of moves.
Yeah, Porygon 2 is pretty good. It's a shame it's locked behind a trade.
And if you want to, you could also use its normal stat. It's not like its attack stat's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, Porygon 2 is pretty good, albeit, again, this is only through post-game.
I'll give this a 9.
Yeah. And then, well, finally, we mentioned it a while back.
The legendary Pokemon of this game, Suicune.
Yeah, it's still a weird choice. At least from, yeah, you have Ho-Oh, Lugia, and...
One of Ho-Oh's creations.
Yeah. One of the reanimated cats. Suicune is, well, it's a water type.
It's got 75 attack, 85 speed, 90 special attack, 100 HP, and 115 its defenses. This thing is a tank.
Yeah.
Tank, like an absolutely insane tank.
Also, yeah, as I mentioned, and thank God it's not a roamer in this game.
And it's actual stationary Pokemon.
Albeit, you better save before entering in its area. Because it jumps you.
You know, it gets water, ice,
Ice, well, that's really it.
it gets psychic.
No.
No, it just gets water and ice.
Hey, it makes a great HM slave.
Yeah. But it can get all the water moves, so it's a great HM mule.
Well, if you didn't want to use Gyarados or something, or have another water type that couldn't run Waterfall.
No, because not a lot of them could. So,
Yeah, Suicune, well,
also it's Bite.
yeah, it gets Bite. Unfortunately, Raikou is the only one that gets Crunch in
Wait,
this.
does it get Bite in its crystal?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Suicune is,
Again, for tanking, it's just really good.
yeah,
A 10, again.
yeah. And,
It's pretty hard to compete with legendaries.
so, well, that's, we finally got through, finally got through every Pokemon.
For now.
Also, I guess I go over what did I use? What did I use in my?
Yeah, what was Noah's in here? Here, Noah was the male Meganium named Corey, male Arcanine named Theodore, male Quagsire named Quentin, female Shiny Raichu named Catherine, and a male Skarmory named Morgan, and a male Sneasel named Salazar.
And to help,
An honorary mention goes to Jihan, the Jinx,
thanks to help with legendaries.
which is of course female, who helped with catching Entei and Raikou,
And also help
which helped with catching legendaries.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Probably surprised by the fact that I used Arcanine and Raichu. But is it my fault?
No, there's just not a lot
That's
of
the
options.
game's fault for me. It can, in the other's post game, it's not available. All right, so that's. Oh, we're finally at the end. And we're finally at the end of this video.
Now you're listening to Mewmore, Violet City, Pokemon Gold and Silver Remix.
Yep. So,
By Mewmore.
So, let's get to the rating.
Alright, did you write down what the ratings were for the previous game? Do you remember them?
No, I didn't.
Do you remember them?
So, gameplay, I think I put like a 6, a 7. Gameplay, I think, yeah, 6 or something.
Gameplay, it doesn't matter. Gameplay's the same
Yeah,
as the
game
original.
is just the same. It's the same.
Gameplay's the same.
And music, well, a few tracks were added. A few tracks were added.
Yeah, maybe bump it up. Do you remember what the points were?
Music, the music balancing in gameplay.
No, what did you rate them?
I don't keep track of that.
You need to check. Well, remember, try to remember.
Music was an 8.
If music was an 8, we're giving it a 9 now. And
Oh,
if balancing, what'd you give balancing?
I gave it a 6.
If balancing was a 6, then it's a 7 now because they
So
because they made some Pokemon like Snubble and Sneasel more accessible.
or, you know, yeah. Yeah.
Now, I don't remember the exact ratings of the previous video. We honestly should have checked before this. Yeah,
Honestly,
just know that that those 2 points are 1 point higher in this version.
Yeah, but
Do you remember what you rated the game in general?
I gave it a 6.
So, how would you rate Crystal compared to Gold and Silver?
It's honestly about the same.
Yeah, I don't think anything really changed.
No real major changes is helped out. Yeah, aside, they literally just added only a new trainer.
It's like basically just a slightly more polished version of Gold and Silver.
Which, yep, comes with all its problems and all.
Yeah, compared to like every other future new version.
Gold and Platinum.
Compared to Emerald and Platinum, and even Yellow before it, this is probably the least significant third version.
Seriously, at least Yellow had made.
Even Ultra Sun and Moon changed more than this.
God, that's giving too much credit. Anyways,
Is it really?
Crystal, I just don't. Sure, go on, play it if you want to.
So, I mean, I
I
guess
don't really care. It doesn't matter which version you play. They're very similar. They're extremely similar. Or you could. But honestly, I don't think you should really be playing these games. We're done with Gen 2. We're out of the classic era.
No, this is the last. This is the last game.
What we dubbed
from what we dubbed the classic era, which is
from 1996 to 2000.
Which is everything that you can't transfer from a physical copy onto the newest games.
And yeah, I mean, I don't think, and we can say. I mean, I wouldn't call it the classic era. I wouldn't exactly call the classic era something good.
But yeah.
Anyways, next time
Let's go with the classic era, but we're not done with Johto
we
quite
have
yet.
one more thing.
Possibly some of the most beloved games in the entire series. Is by the majority of fans. Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon Soul Silver.
Hopefully, we'll get that out soon.
Yeah, that's going to be a much longer video than this one since there were a ton of changes in that game.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm Noseran.
And I'm Amory, and bonjour, my wonderful viewers. See you in the next video.